All right. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today for this month's Stories from the Heart Community Language Projects from Ready to Revitalize. We're really happy to be here to share some really incredible stories of community-based language revitalization around the world, shared by participants in ELP's Ready to Revitalize program. So ELP is a nonprofit organization supporting language reclamation and revitalization around the world. And Ready to Revitalize is one of our annual project based learning courses for language champions all across the world to come together and build their knowledge and skills and confidence in language revitalization, project planning, grant writing, and building networks of collaboration with other people around the world. So today we are very excited to be sharing a story from Muisha Jacques Muhabura from Democratic Republic of Congo, working with Kihunde. And he will be sharing about his work to share Kihunde language via social media. So we're going to be playing a talk that Jacques has recorded for us. And then afterwards, we will open it up for questions and answers from the audience, since we are lucky that Muisha is here with us today. And so I will go ahead and share this video, and we ask you please keep your microphones muted until question and answer time. If you have thoughts or you want to share anything, you can put it in the chat.
Good morning, good evening, everybody, according to your coming zone. I am Muisha Muhabura Jacques from the Republic Democratic of the Congo, currently living in the North Kivu province in Goma town. We are here to share with you the history of the sharing learning material of Kihunde in social media. Sharing Kihunde material in social media. Yeah, the Kihunde language is another social language spoken in the North Kivu province, especially in 5 territories, which are Masisi, Ruchuru, a part of Ruchuru, Walikalo, large part, Nyiragongo, and Kalehe, a part of the northern part of Kalehe territory. The Kihunde people is an agriculture people, and they also practice poultry. Poultry. My people have crossed many challenges in this province since 1994, with multiple wars and conflicts in the region. First, as the indigenous people of Masisi territory and Ruchuru, the Hundeland had received many refugees from Rwanda. First in 1955, which the people is in 1935 when there was a famine in Rwanda. Many people flee out and came to ask for residence in our land, and they were received with love, with sympathy, without any problem. But unfortunately, not these first people was a Tutsi, if you know you are going to accept. And then after the desert in Rwanda, the one part went out, returning their countries, and the other stayed in origin. In 1994 and 3, there was a war in Rwanda where the AFPR reversed Mr. Habyarimana. And almost all the Rwandans of the other political party came in the TRC. And that was the first part of the war in our Hangi crosses Muisha. How and who is Hangi, who is Muisha before they meet? I was a student in philosophy at Isidoro Bakanja Philosopher in preparation to be a priest missionary of Africa. And my community was a diverse one, and when people met, when my colleague could meet speaking the same language, they were engaged to speak their language. Like Alu, the Alu people spoke Alu in poses. Mashi people spoke Mashi, and so on. And me, I was alone in my country, the unique Kihunde. And since that time, I got an idea. Sure, I have to awaken my people, to sensibilize my people, to be proud of our language and to learn it. And then I met Mr. Hangi Todd in 2015. He was a student in applied pedagogy in English here in Goma. And he was writing his TFC, his dissertation, his TFC, entitled Struggling Against the Loss of the Language, the Case of Kihunde. And then we met, and we combine our ideas, and we say, okay, this is the time. And since then, the next year, we launched a Kihunde Training Center here in Goma. Our Kihunde Training Center was receiving children, essentially children, and we have set up our methodology of teaching our language, which was essentially speaking and a bit of writing for these children. I will share with you some video here. I will see our first part. We continued our KTC, Kihunde Training Center, and at one time we noticed that adults are not involved in learning the language, although the language was only spoken by the third age people. This is now why we met, when we met with the ELP and the air-to-air online courses, we have applied to use this methodology and to see what could be the sharing the language on social media. We was thinking that this methodology could allow us to meet with a large audience online when everybody at any time could check read and listen to the recordings. Try to write perhaps. Could either as a student or as a teacher. Rest when I'm teaching the part to the hospital, I am the black. Our strategy was to give a text to read first. The text, when the text is written on the blackboard, the teacher reads it with his students. After that, students pick up some new words. The new words are explained by the teacher, and people are asked to give similar words or words used in the same context. For example, when we were speaking about the hospital, we ask people which person or which nation are you thinking you are going to touch on about today on the hospital. There are illnesses, the doctor, the patient, the nurse, and so on. And now, for example, when we can ask somebody to tell one illness he knows in our language, in Kihunde, and so on. And after vocabulary notions, the text is read again of the people, and it is recorded like the interaction between the teacher and students in the classroom. Yeah. What we did after this, the material was shared through our social media. We have created Tuhondotse Kihundeho, Tunene Kihunde Facebook, Tuhondotse Kihunde on WhatsApp, and also Tunene Kihunde on Facebook. There is also Congolese language and culture revitalization on Facebook. Did we receive feedback or no? What are they? Yes, we received some feedback is like people begin now to be proud of their language. And we continue to mobilize people to learn, to love, and to be proud of our Kihunde language because it is our soul. As people have enjoyed this, many people are now involved in TikToking in Kihunde languages. We shortened the video greetings, and he stopped by there, translating one or two words in context, and he stopped by there. And we say that this is our product, our fruit, because people people has become proud of our language. Also, we continue to mobilize people through our Pinaneki. Yes, I was saying that there was many challenges to address, which pushed us to apply for the Revitalize project. These challenges and needs, among others, are first, a need of human resources, because it is impossible to two persons to continue such a hard work of revitalizing or teaching. And people were asking us to launch many training centers, and we were unable to do that because we were only two persons, Hank and I. We began to mobilize, to involve other people, but they were asking for money. Now, there was a need of human resources, funds, and material. First, material to use to do the work, and also teaching materials. In our methodology, we use it to, we have a booklet, a first booklet to start with it, entitled to Ye Kihunde, part 1. And in this, we developed the methodology in 2019 with the help of Wikitrans. And since then, we have considered the course like the teaching will follow 4 skills: listening, reading, writing, comprehension. And we should go through vocabulary to grammar, conjugation, even customs, our customs. Now, this was the way we considered the project, and you will see here after a timeline of these considered lessons. Okay. Now, given that we were not attending large audiences, and after following the online courses ready to revitalize, we decided to apply for the project. Why? Because we thought that this online course should allow us to meet with a large audience of speakers. And that's what we do. That pushed us to take this decision. Who was involved? This courses has need also in human resources. 4 persons were involved in this project: 2 ladies and 2 gentlemen. The 2 gentlemen are Hangi Bulebe Method, my colleague, and I, the grantee, Muisha Muhabura Jacques, who is talking with you now. The 2 ladies are Bandu Luanda Noela and Furaha Neema Joyce. With this team of 4 people, we met, we thought again about our methodology, and we selected lessons to be recorded. After that, I have presented you my community and its background. Let me say about language policies in the Democratic Republic of Congo. My country, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, has set out 4 national languages and 1 official. The national languages are Lingala, Kikongo, Chiluba, and Swahili. And the country is divided in 4 parts, in 4 linguistic parts according to that. And Swahili is the main language spoken in the eastern part of the Congo. From the north like Kisangani region, Ituri, to the south in Lubumbashi, Kolwezi, and so on. So, now, given this, people used to speak Swahili when they cross other people. French is the only language spoken in teaching, tourism teaching, in schools, and in administration. And given this, my people used to learn and to love French and Kiswahili instead of to learn our only language. One could say that Kihunde cannot write, Kihunde cannot give me job. Kihunde is not a language. Okay? And for this ashakedness, okay, me and my colleague Hangi Bulepe Method, we met and tried to see how we can strengthen our language, we can revive it.
Thank you so much, Muisha, for sharing about this work. That was wonderful. And I think we have some time now for questions and thoughts from the audience. So if you have any questions or you would just like to share some words of encouragement, please feel free to put them in the chat. Or if you would like, you can raise your hand and unmute yourself. Let's have a big round of applause for Muisha. Yes, unfortunately, he is here live with us to be able to answer any questions or hear your thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, I have a question to get started. I'm just wondering if there have been any moments or interactions with any of your students that showed you that this work is making a difference for folks in their learning of Kihunde.
May I add something, if possible?
Yes, I think we can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, it looks like some internet difficulties, but I think you're back now, Muisha, if you want to answer.
Yes, can I add something?
Yes, please.
Okay. I apologize first for the delay on sending my recordings. That's why something comes after, come at the end, although it could be at the first or the second part. Oh, no problem. I can say that only I forgot to say that the first migration of people from Rwanda to my land was organized by the Belgium in 1935, where they were taking people to work in their fields here in Congo for their land. And this is the way that the people from Rwanda came and occupied a large part of the Hunde land. Yes, that's what I've forgotten. And if we continue to survive till today, we can say that our God is almighty and people is somehow proud of their culture and language, because since that time till today, if we can resist and have some point of Hunde speakers, it's encouraging. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. It's very encouraging the way people are continuing to uphold and teach and use Kihunde. We have a comment in the chat from Artem. He says, without official status, it may be very complicated to do something significant. Is there maybe a chance to get a regional status for Kihunde language? We may have an internet problem. I'm not sure if you could hear us, Muisha.
Yes, Mr. Yes, I can say that the first time, the first part of our teaching, in-person teaching, uh, children was involved because they have time, but adults, according to their occupation, they want to follow the course. But when we tried to put with Red to Revitalize our recordings online, yes, people was interested, even the adults, and they are asking us to continue, not only to share videos, but to do online courses in the time that they will be able to follow and interact directly with the teacher. I think that Nikki has got an answer here.
Yes, thank you. And for those watching this recording later, the question was, is there a specific age group or demographic you find is more interested in these courses? So thank you, Muisha. That's a really interesting answer. And it's wonderful to hear there is so much interest in online learning for Kihunde. We have another question coming in. What is it like to do language revitalization when your country has experienced war, violence, and instability? And how do you keep your motivation up and motivate other people? And I can put that in the chat too.
Revitalization of language is of great importance to a people, although sometimes we tend to give up, just can give up an identity. Okay, yes. Revitalization is not an easy work. It is a hard work. It's a long time work, not a short time work. That's why we can thinking that if we change, we can bring a large number of people to get involved in the language, to be proud of it, and so on, to speak it. That's why we are thinking for next time, if possible, if we are funded, we can also try to go in with online courses, see that we can interact immediately with adults. Because when we share only videos, some people can read, can listen, but they can perhaps pronounce badly words or have the same idea of the teacher. That's why an interaction courses is also of great benefit. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even in person or remote interaction. Yes. Another question, let me read it.
Yes, absolutely. So are there Kihunde cultural themes that people are interested in finding out about when they learn their language?
Absolutely, because even on our group Hondotse Kihunde, every day people are asking for some cultural matter, even some scientific matter. each terms, each matter matters. Let me say that. Yes. For instance, today, someone was asking for names of trees, sort of trees. That's a general knowledge, biocultural knowledge, but also every day. Since, for example, there is 2 days, people were asked about dowry in Kihunde, the significance of each symbol given in dowry in Kihunde. Yes. Our dowry is principle made with 14 goats. That's the principle. And there are what we call ndera or chira, additional symbols. There is a goat for the brother of the future spouse, a goat for her grandmother, a goat for her aunt. And why this? Why all this? Because each person in the family has his role that's why they ask for this. There is many terms we can develop culturally or other. Even while we are teaching, after getting general knowledge, we should touch about cultural knowledge from the shared lesson. For example, when we are speaking about one's introduction or introduction someone else, our culturally we present someone according to his ancestors. For example, I am Muisha Muhabura Jacques, son of Muhabura Muhindo, son of Kubuya Muhindo. Why this? Because in our mind, everybody is a friend, is a me, the everybody. So far, yes. Perhaps my grandfather have been friend of another name, and when we present someone like this, the audience can say, oh, you are my friend of that your grandfather, and so don't we are the same. Yes.
That's lovely. Thank you. We
Thank
have
you.
another question from Nikki. Are there generations who are fluent in the Kihunde language who can be mentors to new learners?
Yes, I can say principally people over 50 years, 50, but also nowadays many youngs have become researcher in our language. Like me, I'm 44. There is another fluent speaker doing research here, Mr. Mutima Mule Kabuyetamo. There are also some old men making research and interested in this, because all that we are doing, I don't do it myself. I consult some elder persons for orientation. Yes.
Thank you. And I think
Thank you.
returning to the question, do you want to get a regional status or any kind of official status for Kihunde? To return to Artem's question.
What? Repeat again?
Yeah. Do you hope to get official recognition or maybe a regional official status for the Kihunde language? Or what are your thoughts on getting any kind of government recognition for the language?
Un peu de français, s'il vous plaît.
Bon, est-ce que vous cherchez comment dit-on en français? Est-ce que vous chercherez d'avoir un officiel, langue officielle du Congo? Est-ce que vous cherchez que le Kihunde soit une langue officielle ou nationale du Congo?
Merci beaucoup. Ça, c'est l'une de nos luttes, mais aussi, okay, it's one of our struggle. We would like to bring Kihunde to be, if not a language used in teaching, if not, but to become a language to be taught, okay, in the Kihunde land, like in North Kivu province, all the North Kivu province perhaps, or parts of the North Kivu province, so that it can be alive forever, this language.
Thank you very much. I think we have
And
another.
this is, please, and this is our dream, because while we are making some trainings of ourselves by teaching, we also write booklets which can lead future teachers or future students of Kihunde. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Another
Okay.
question.
Is there a good grammar of our language? A good grammar. I don't know what is a good grammar. What makes a grammar a good one? uh, there is a grammar written in 1992 by Mr. Kahombo Matene. But when I consult it, I can say that it is focalized in phonology, done in semantics or syntax. It's entitled Phonologie, syntaxe et morphologie combined, ou mélangé en français. But when I go through it, I can say that it's focalized on phonology. Okay. For learners, for beginners, we are trying to conceive a grammar of a learner, of a beginner, but it is not yet finished because we are missing. Okay.
We lost your internet for just a moment there. You said it's not finished because.
The grammar? Our grammar is not finished because it asks us long time work, and we have many things to do. Hang is a teacher at primary school, and I am a teacher at secondary school. Now, during the school year, we do not have many time to meet for developing our Kihunde. In holidays, we can try, but let me tell you that we are now involved in many things to allow us develop our Kihunde. We are trying to do Wikipedia also, and when we try to learn something new, it's like what we begin to do is just stop it for a moment, and then we can come back to it again. And there is lack of human resource in our team. That's the reason we need to augment our team. and to train, to skill our assistant, other persons. If we were a big team, we should do many things till now, but that's the problem. Yes.
Thank you. We have
We,
another
we are
question.
we are dreaming to build a big center of Kihunde, a center where we can have a lot buildings where we can do this is the bibliothèque, library. There is which we can say somebody is aiming to Wikipedia, for example, somebody aiming to do grammar, teaching methodology like this, but it asks us many resources like finance also, because we cannot use people to work without remuneration. The land, a natural world, and how does Kihunde language connect to the land, a natural world? Oh. Huh. How the Kihunde is connected to the natural world and the land? Si je comprends la question, je ne sais pas. Hein?
Vous comprenez?
Oh, bon, je sais. The Kihunde is connected to the natural land because I can say that there is a land properly known as a Hunde land. Yes. And but unfortunately, with many conflicts in the region, people was displaced, was shifted. We are scattered all over the Congo now. But we have some portion of lands known as Hunde land. Yes, if that is the question.
Yeah, and I think
There
the other
was-
part. I think the other part of the question is, can you talk about how the Kihunde language is connected to the natural world and to Hunde land?
The language be connected to the natural world. I don't understand that question. What does it mean?
Let's see. I'll wait to see if the question asker adds more detail, but I think maybe the question is, are there words in Kihunde that, or ways of speaking that are very closely related to the place that the language is spoken? Maybe you were talking about words for trees. Are there other parts of the language that you feel are very closely connected to the land where Kihunde is spoken?
Yes, yes. Do you know there are some region or Hunde region containing many rivers, and there are regions without rivers. Now, the people with rivers can speak, can have many vocabulary about swimming, fishing, and so on. And the people with no river don't use those lexicons. Yes, that's an example I can show.
Thank you very much. We have another question. As a secondary school teacher, are you able to integrate some Kihunde in your classroom?
Yes, I am able to do that if I am authorized, because there is a policy about language in our country uh, in which every language is considered like is prohibited to to be spoken in class till now, but with change of methodology nowadays, they authorize teachers to deep in other languages vocabulary to allow people to understand the matter they are doing. And a recent example is that our English teacher on my school, come always towards me to ask because he must link the English to the local culture. Now, for example, if he are teaching about families, he can say, how do you call aunt in your language? Everyone, if he speaks Lingala, he answers in Lingala. If he speaks Kihunde, he answers in Kihunde. And the teacher always come towards me to ask if the people is right or wrong. Or himself, before he entered the classroom, he come and ask me, please help me because I have to link English to local culture. Now tell me in your language, how do you call this or that in your language? And I help.
That's wonderful to hear that you are able to bring it into the classroom. And I'm sorry to hear that it is not allowed generally to use most languages in the classroom. That's a really challenging policy.
People are so scattered for the country now. Huh.
Yes. And for those of you not looking at the chat, the question is, are people so interested in online learning now because Kihunde people are displaced and scattered throughout the country?
Comment se répandit les possibilités d'obtenir elementary education, secondary in the Democratic Republic of Congo? I can say that there are schools everywhere in the Democratic Republic of Congo, even in the forest, let me say forest places. There are even places where people are taught without classrooms, are taught en plein air, sous les arbres. Oh, that means that it's not easy to get education in the Democratic Republic of Congo, but there are some areas where there are good schools and so on.
Thank you. I think, let's see, I'm looking for any other questions. I think that may be the last of the questions. If anyone has one more, I think we have time for one more question. But thank you to everyone for all of these really excellent questions and feedback and these words of encouragement in the chat. I see a lot of encouragement for you to continue this important work. So you are getting good wishes from people all over the world for the Kihunde Language Project. And I think, yeah, if there's anything else you would like to say in closing, Muisha, the floor is yours.
Okay, in closing this, oh, there is a question. Thank you for okay. In closing this, I thank you for following this talk and for your questions. Secondly, I ask your help to help us attain our dream to have a Kihunde Center, a Kihunde Center, where are those what I'm saying about, and to help us for reclamation till the Kihunde can be taught in schools.
Thank you, Muisha. And if anyone would like to get in touch with Muisha and the Congolese Language and Culture Revitalization Organization, we will share their email there in the chat. So Muisha said that he would be happy to hear from anyone who would like to talk more about this work. So let's have another round of applause for this really inspiring talk today. Thank you so much for sharing about your work, and thank you for everything you are doing for Kihunde.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
All right. And thank you, everyone. We will see you next month for the next Stories from the Heart, featuring Toroha Breda talking about his work to revitalize Khoi Khoi in South Africa. So we will see you next month, and everyone be safe and keep up the good work. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, and goodbye.